Everyone, welcome Chuck to the Maury Show. I'm scratching my head. This story is strange. See, Chuck's been in an on-again, off-again relationship with a woman named Crystal for 15 years. You see, 8 years ago, Crystal and Chuck broke up because Chuck caught Crystal in bed with Chuck's cousin Alan. And then Crystal and cousin Alan dated for a year after that incident. But now Chuck and Crystal are back together again. But now Chuck fears that Crystal is cheating with other men, including his old cousin Alan. You think they're still messing?
Oh, yeah, I'm almost 90% sure they're still messing around because
Really?
they keep doing secret stuff behind my back, and every time we turn around, they're texting each other, calling each other.
So everybody ought to know the background with you, Crystal, and your cousin, all right? You and Crystal were together.
Yes.
Okay. Then you broke up. 2 days later, you come home, you find her in bed with him.
We split up, and then I come home to get some of my stuff, and I caught one in one bed and one in the other bed, but the other bed didn't have no clothes, no blanket, no nothing on it. So obviously, they were in the same bed prior to me getting there.
Right. Then they end up being together for like 300 days.
Yes, and then she got caught cheating on him.
Then she cheated on him. He got rid of her, right? He got rid of her.
Yes.
And she came back to you.
Yeah, I come and took her in and tried to make it work for my family.
Then, apparently, later on, she admitted that even before you and she broke up,
they had oral sex.
And it gets worse, because guess what? Now they're back together. Crystal thinks he's cheating on her.
Yeah. Hey,
he thinks she's cheating on him.
Like I said, the accuser's using the door.
And so we gave both of them lie detector tests. Oh, so what's your evidence right now that she's still cheating on you?
Or texting each other.
Do they ever go out together with each other?
They take off every now and then and do things together.
In fact, Alan messed around with your previous girlfriends, didn't he?
Yes, and a lot of other girls, too.
He also does stuff for Crystal, doesn't he? What
Anything she wants. She needs cigarettes, he goes buys it behind my back. If she needs food, he goes buys it behind my back. You know, whatever else she needs, he takes care of her.
What happened in the middle of the night? What goes on in the middle of the night?
Well, there was one night that when me and her got back together, I was going through her phone.
Right.
And I seen a bunch of text messages from her and Alan from like 1:15 till 2 o'clock in the morning. Well, then I happened to go through her pictures, and I see two naked pictures of her that was sent at the same time that she was sending Alan these text messages.
So you think it's been with other guys, too?
Oh, I know it's been with other guys. I'm sure.
Meanwhile, guess what, Chuck? She thinks you're cheating on her.
Yeah, like I said, the person doing it, the one that's accusing is the one doing it. So, she ain't got proof, I got proof.
This is what Crystal had to say.
I know I sound like the bad guy in this situation, but I'm here to set the record straight. I made a mistake 8 years into my relationship when I fooled around on Chuck with his cousin Alan. But we never had sex. I admit, I didn't tell Chuck about it. 3 years later, when we were having problems, I left him for Alan. I loved Chuck, but Alan treated me better. I was only with Alan for a year when we broke up. Things just wasn't meshing, and I thought we was better off as friends. 2 months later, I got back with Chuck, and I've been with him ever since. Chuck still thinks that things are going on between me and Alan and other men. But it's not, and I'm sick and tired of hearing it.
When she just said something, it reminded me, it just clicked in my head. She's got the Bill Clinton defense.
She didn't do it.
I did not have sexual relations with that man. I just had oral sex. Here's Crystal. Good to see you, Crystal. Have a seat. Did I get everything right about in terms of, of the time frame and all this? You all were together. You broke up for a couple of days. You ended up with Alan. Then you and Alan were together for 300 days.
She got caught cheating on Alan.
Yes.
Then apparently Alan found out that you were cheating on him. Then you went back to Chuck, and everything is...
That's true, yeah.
Everything is just the way it is.
Yeah.
Here's what he's really worried about. Are you messing with Alan again?
Snake.
No.
Snake.
No, I would never mess with Alan again. I was with him for a year, and I'll never be back with him again.
We'll see.
Who do you want to...
We will
we got
see.
test
When we
rifle
get this
questions.
lie detector test, we will see.
Yep. 2 snakes in the grass.
Crystal, do you want
snakes in the grass.
to be with Alan or Chuck?
I want to be with Chuck. I've been with Chuck for 15 years. If I didn't want to be with him, I would have left him a long time ago.
Well, why did you wait all that time to tell him that you and Alan had oral sex while you and Chuck were still
She
together?
didn't tell me, Alan did. Alan told me. After she got caught cheating with Captain Save-A-Ho.
Where did those handprints and footprints in the car come from?
Yeah,
I
look.
have no clue. They didn't come from me. They might have come from maybe one of the chicks Alan was with, but it didn't come from me.
You think Chuck's messing around?
I sure do.
Why?
Like I said,
Because I have found pictures on his phone.
Oh.
It has also been confirmed from his little friend that it has happened.
I
so
see.
I want to know myself.
and I took the test for a reason so I could prove my innocence.
I hope so because I did so.
Also, by the way, he thinks Chuck thinks that you're messing around with other guys besides Alan.
No, I am not.
Has been having a secret affair with his own cousin Alan. Now, here's the twist. 5 years ago, Crystal and Chuck broke up, and Crystal started dating Alan, and today, 5 years later, Crystal's ready to prove to Chuck that her heart belongs to him, not to Alan, and everybody, here's Cousin Alan. Hi, Alan. How are you? Nice to see you. Good to see you. Alan, let's start with that. How come you're always messing with his women?
Any married women.
I'm not messing with them. They come to me. I'm single.
Meanwhile, you can say everything you want, but Alan is the one who called the show.
That's right. I'm getting tired of the jealousy. It's the family. It's everybody.
He's petty.
I'm
He's
I'm tired
petty.
of it.
Okay. Why would you want to get involved with Crystal after she and Chuck broke up?
I made a mistake. I know I did.
Okay.
Because I can't take it back.
Right.
So when they got back together, we're friends.
It was fun. I can't even say he made a mistake. She's the one who gave him oral sex. So how can he make the mistake? She did it.
You think your cousin has been messing around?
I know. He tells me.
And when you tell him that to see if she would tell him, see how it acts.
Well, the test will tell everything today.
Do you think Crystal's messing around on him?
No.
No?
Last night, he told me different.
No.
Well, we're going to find out right now.
Let's get this on. Sit on.
During your relationship with Crystal, other than when you were on a break, did you sleep with Crystal's friend? You said no. The lie detector test determined you are telling the truth.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Cheater!
That was one.
During your relationship with Crystal, other than the 2 times she knows about, have you had sexual contact of any kind with any other woman?
No.
You said no. The lie detector test determined you're telling the truth.
If I knew how to dance, I would dance. Now.
And
Come on,
now, Crystal,
Now let me do
we
you.
come down to you.
Bring it on.
Let's do this.
Did the footprints that Chuck find in the van come from you sleeping with Alan or another man? You said no. The lie detector test determined you are telling the truth. Have you ever sent Alan a nude photo? You said no. The lie detector test determined you are telling the truth.
Keep
Told
going.
you.
Keep going.
I told
Keep
you.
Other than that 1-year relationship with Alan and the one time we know about before that with the oral
Deep throat.
sex,
Deep throat.
have you slept with Alan? You said no. The lie detector test determined you are telling the truth.
Thank you. Told you. Told you.
During your relationship with Chuck, have you slept with another man? You said no. The lie detector test determined that was a lie. During your relationship with Chuck, when you go missing for long periods of time, is it because you're sleeping with another man? You said no. The lie detector test determined that was a lie.
Thank you.
a second. Hold on. You say that's a lie.
It is a lie.
Wait a minute. Maury, I'd like to point out something. Since they got back together, she passes my test with flying colors.
Since they got back together?
Exactly. And
Oh,
that's
this was way
2003.
before?
Yes.
Not the second
She
time.
had sex with somebody while we was together, period. No matter if it was now or then, yesterday, last month, last year, 13 years ago.
Whatever.
I gave this girl 15 years.
Wait a
15
second.
years.
She's been true blue since you all got back together.
What about prior to that?
Prior to that,
So-
for crying out loud, you caught the two of them in bed 2 days after you broke up.
Yeah.
We'll be back after this.
You are not the father.